Hi, this is Team 6. This is our screencast for the app Impromptu. This is our main screen. We have a few elements here that I'd like to talk about. So we have our title of our app, which is Impromptu. And underneath that, we have a little bit of just a descriptor of what the app is. So it's see what's happening with your friends, with new people in the city, on campus, whatnot. It's just a cool little scrolling text thing. After that, we have two buttons to explore the public events that other users have created, or we can also view private events that we can request to join. However, today we will be actually creating a new event, but we'll get to that in just a second. The biggest feature about our main page is this carousel here for featured events. So these are events that other users have created and many other users are interested in this, which gets put to our featured events. So it gains more publicity and then people can actually join that event. Now at the top here, we have a side panel, which has multiple different icons here and different things. So at the top, we have a view your profile. This is where you can view your profile, see what kind of reviews you have. Underneath that, we have a my events page. Underneath that, we have a friends tab, we have a settings tab, and then for future monetary reasons, we have a GoPro reason with a cool little animation for each of our icons. Let's go into my events, for example.
Okay, so on the My Events page, currently we have no events yet, so we can hit the Create New Event button. And this will take us to an event entry field. We have various text boxes for various event information. At the top, we have our title, and then below we have a date picker and time to set the time of which the event will take place. Below that, we can specify a type of event where you can use various keywords, or if it's something completely different, you can just enter your own type of event. And then below that is a description where you add more various rich details about the event you're creating. Add a location, and then add images if you want to. And at the very bottom, you can mark if the event is to be public or not. And then we can hit Create New Event after filling out all the information. Now Create New Event. After filling out all the event information, we get redirected back to the Post Event Creation homepage. And we can see there's a notification on our sidebar, which we can click on. And there's a notification in our My Events. As we can click on that, it looks like the user has created 2 events, and the events the user have created are listed. We have the option to edit, delete events, save changes, and we also have a save button, back button, and can edit all the information fields. It looks like we have a notification for our first event on Manage Attendees as someone wants to join our event, and we can click on that.
Yeah, so in our managed attendees, we have 2 different lists here. So we have current attendees that are already currently attending our event, and we also looks like we have 2 requests for people to join our event. So it looks like we have Gagashio Benvolio, the Italian expert, as well as Jason Momoa as Aquaman. Well, let's look at Jason Momoa's profile real quick and see if he's worthy to join our wine tasting event. It looks like he has 200 events attended, so he's attended many. He also has quite a few amount of friends, but his rating is only 3.5. Underneath that, he sends us a little message for the reason why he wants to join our event. So he says, I'm Jason Momoa and I'm just wanting to get sloshed. I'm not sure if that's the type of person that this user would want at their type of event. So we're going to click deny. Sorry, Jason Momoa. His movie was okay, by the way, so it was kind of whatever. Which updates our list. And we will worry, and at any point before the event, the user can either accept or deny any other requests that come through. After that, though, we can take a look at the other button that was here, which was send a reminder. So this is kind of as it seems. So you can send a reminder to all of the users, either individual, or you can send it to every user. By the looks of it, our user has already sent a message to all of our users 24 times. Might as well make it a 25th kind of thing. A pop-up will come up, and the event tally will, the reminders sent will increase. And heading back to the main menu after looking at all of our events. At this point in the event creation, now the user can continue to accept or deny people through the event list. So let's say now the event is actually passed. If we go back to the My Events page, we can see that 2 new buttons have showed up, which is Archive and Reviews. If we go into Reviews, we can see that our event scored a 3.5 average rating from all 13 of these attendees here. And then throughout the attendees as well, you can also give them a 1 to 5 star rating as an individual score, which will go towards their user's individual score as well. And once you're done with your reviews, you can then archive the event. It gets deleted off of the My Events page, and you have just completed the process of hosting an event through Impromptu. Now, throughout our entire presentation, you might have noticed many enhancements and design features we've added to improve the UX, and I'd like to quickly just go over those features. One of the main features that we did focus on was user feedback. So each time you do a hover over a button, you can receive, the user receives feedback by the button being lighter in color. This was added so that users get immediate feedback, so that they know if their actions have an impact. Another key feature that we added to our app was smooth animations on screen transitions with slightly changing backgrounds. Also added to it as it added to the predictability and interpretation of the app, as it showcases that you've changed to a different screen. So for example, we have our main menu here. If you pay attention to the background, you can see when we create a new event, the screen has a little transition indicating that we've moved to a different app, or moved to a different screen, sorry. One aspect that we also focused on was suitable tempo, as if we transition too quickly, the user gets a little jarred. So we spent a long, painstaking time figuring out what was the right transition time for each of these screens. So suitable tempo which is how the interface will operate at a tempo suitable for the users. You can see this most prominently through the scrolling text, screen transitions, and any pop-ups. So the pop-ups for time and date were also timed out correctly as well. Color was a big influence in our UX design process, as we needed key colors like yellow at the bottom here to pop out at the user, defining a visual hierarchy. But we also wanted different colors, not so prominent, like this dark teal color, to signify that they're still buttons, but not as important as the yellow one, indicating a hierarchy. Our team also discussed a lot on typography and which font we should use. We ended up using the Space Grotesque, as the sans serif font provided to be punchy, but also wasn't too harsh in the eyes like Helvetica or Open Sans, so we ended up going with that one. Finally, the last focus we touched on was the fact that each element had rounded corners. This was the perfect solution to providing the user with a friendly looking layout. There are actual psychological studies to back this as well, as the human brain has a classical conditioning principle where our brain is conditioned to think that sharp objects can be painful. So incorporating these rounded corners over the sharp corners was crucial when designing our app, because our app wanted to be nice and friendly and accommodating to the user as well.
This was Group 6, and thank you for watching our screencast.